So before I start, I want you to know that everything I say will probably be more opinion-based in my opinion, but may still relate to a bunch of people. So I'm here to talk to you about racism, and racism that exists every day, whether it be at work or at school. People love to joke around, and sometimes those jokes involve people's race. So what is racism? According to dictionary.com, racism is when one person thinks that their race is superior to another's. Now the racism I'm talking about, some people think it's just stereotyping, but since it's stereotyping to different people's races, some people think that it is still racism. So there are many types of races, many people, like there's the Chinese, there's the Caucasians, there's African Americans, there's Indians. I want to talk about all of them, but I realized that I've never been in their shoes. I've only known the life of a Chinese, so I wanted to go through my childhood and tell you what I've been through. So we'll step into the shoes of my race. My childhood. Racism didn't really affect me back then because I didn't really know much about it. I mean, sure, every once in a while I get, hey, why are your eyes so narrow? I always thought my eyes were perfectly fine. I never really understood that. Then people be like, why are you so short? But I realized that being short isn't just a characteristic of being Asian, but it's also like everybody else, but it's often associated with Asians. But yeah, racism didn't really affect me back then, but it's still there. My teenage years, it's been, well, it's racism. I know more about racism now. People are making more jokes because we're more mature and we know how to deal with it every day. When some people, like, they joke around, they'll be like, hey, why, I don't know, it's like back then, but now you know why people are saying it. I remember one time though last year, someone really set me up. I was in an argument with somebody, and I said something, and what their response to that was, I can't hear you through your thick Chinese accent. That really set me over the edge because I'm not really sure if I have an accent, but to y'all, I don't think I do have an accent, do I? Yeah. So that really set me over the edge. People saying stuff like that kind of makes me mad. People using racial slurs, that's more nowadays because now people know what it is and what it can do. So it can be funny. Like, here's a funny joke. One of my teachers told me this, but that teacher's a very dear friend of mine. He was like, so, did you know I can blindfold you with a piece of dental floss? Well, I'm saying in my opinion, I think that's funny because yes, I do have narrow eyes, I can see that now. Some other Chinese people may think that's offensive, so don't say that to other people. I'm just saying that that's what I think. And other things can be hurtful, like saying it every day over and over again kind of gets really hurtful because it just reminds you of who you are and why you're different just because of my physical appearance, not what's in here, but what's in here. It's just what I look like. I remember one day I was at lunch for 3 days straight. This person sat with me and told me, it was like, hey, I know the statistics are that Chinese people are really bad drivers, and I just started driving, so I was like, wow, okay, well, I don't think I need to know that every single day. Now every day I get on the road, I'm like, okay, I gotta be good. I gotta be a good Asian right here. But then it's a plus for me because if people know I'm Asian, they won't tailgate me or they won't be by me. So I get all 3 lanes. So I guess that's a plus. And I want to tell you that it adds up. Saying stuff every day to me, every day, like saying like, oh, you're short, oh, you're Asian and stuff like that. Just saying things that hurt people, it adds up. It doesn't just stop like, oh, you say it once, it's gone. Another day, once it's gone. It adds up. It builds up. You can build a mountain out of this stuff. So if our race doesn't really separate us, I want to talk about what truly separates us. We're all individuals. It doesn't matter what's out here, but what's in here and what's in here. That's what really matters, and I want you to know that. So next time you make fun of someone, don't make fun of them just because of what they look like or who they are, like their race or anything. I just want, like, do it on what you know from their character or what they do, like what they actually do, not what they look like. I want you to know that racist jokes and things like that, being friendly to each other with racism, it's never going to end because we grow up with it. Every day we say it. Even I say it. I know I don't want to say it, but I don't know. It's like a little trigger. Like, it's a habit now. We've grown up with it. It's never going to end. But here's something that may end it or may help us. I was watching a TED Talk, Benjamin Zander's Music and Passion. He met a lady from that was a survivor of Auschwitz. She was on a train ride to Auschwitz with her little brother, her little brother had lost her shoe, had lost his shoes, and she yelled at him, "You fool! Why have you lost your shoes? That's the only thing you're responsible for." And that's the last thing she said to him because they got split up and he survived. So I want you to live by this. I will never say anything that I couldn't stand is the last thing I ever say, and that may help may help you treat other people nicely, and not as mean.